Let's tap the top.
Hello.
We have switched to wine.
Yeah, we're doing a change up and we're doing wine today.
Because it's Sunday and we are fancy.
That's, I don't think that's how this works. Fun fact, it's rosé and I don't think I've ever had rosé.
Welcome to Rosé All Day.
Except it's rosé at night. That's when we're recording. But
Rosé for an hour.
I'm excited to try it. We were just talking on the previous episode about how I like red wine and Jess likes white wine.
I know. So, why did we never know that about each other?
Because every time we go out, we never drink wine. No, I'm never drinking wine. Sometimes,
yeah.
We used to go to a beer place, it's basically like a beer bar. It has 100 beers on tap. And one time,
I know,
like 4 years ago, Jess got a wine. And we're like, but why? Because she drinks beer. So I'm like, why did you get wine? I forget why.
City Works. I think it was because it was on happy hour.
Yeah, I think also you just like didn't realize that there was more on the menu than the happy hour menu. I think that's actually what happened. Because you like saw what I got. You're like, what is that? What is that?
Why I love that place.
A glass of wine?
Yeah, there definitely is over 100 beers on tap. I was shocked. Today I drank a double IPA and once again I was reminded how much I love beer.
What was it? Do you remember?
No. I was just like, give me that double one.
Yesterday I had beer, and so that's why I'm not drinking beer today. I had like a really good IPA from Tired Hands Brewery, which is in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, and it was so good. It was like one of the milkshake IPAs, which and it had like peach, marshmallow. It was really good. And then I also had an IPA from the Vale Brewing Company or brewery. I think it's Brewing Company, and that's based in, well, I think they have more locations now, but Richmond. And that was also really good. And a good old Baldbird's October.
You can't go wrong.
Baldbird's Brewery, which if you haven't listened to any of our other podcast episodes, is like our favorite local brewery in Pennsylvania. It's so good. So good. We love it. So now I had 3 beers. I did not drive. My husband did. And so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like love how they made me feel when I was going to sleep.
They make me feel too full.
Really full and like bloated.
Yeah, I do love beer, but I don't love drinking multiples of them. And I remember that one time
yes, you do.
But I don't like how you just feel like full.
Yeah, for some reason, like I have not felt like that in a long time with drinking them. So I don't know if it was just like, because I've had 3 beers before, but I guess like 1 or 2 of them are usually light and those 3 were not.
I definitely don't do it as much as I used to. Like right now, I would just do like a vodka soda.
Yeah, I also drank one actually, I think that was my problem now that I'm thinking about it. I drank one in like 30 minutes, but it was like a tall
boy.
Yeah, I was going to say that, a pounder.
You drank a big IPA in 30 minutes?
Yeah, because
were you buzzed?
Yeah, but I wasn't like drunk or anything, but I think that's why I felt so full because I drank it pretty fast. And then we drove home. We were at my friend's house that was like an hour and 40 minutes away, but baby had to go to sleep. So we had to leave at a certain time. And so I was like, it was 6:05. And we were leaving at like 7. And I was like, I can do this. And then, my son and just never stops moving. So I was like, yeah. And then it was like 6:30. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't going to let a beer go to waste. That's for sure.
You could never. Why would you? I would be so upset with you if you did.
I know. We're going to talk about a few things today. I feel like we're probably going to get on some tangents and just speak. Because that's why you guys are listening to us, because you think we're so funny. But this episode's going to come out in December, which is crazy.
Should I start singing Christmas music? Because I will.
You should sync your lights to that.
Mariah Carey is defrosting.
She should already be thawing,
I hope
to be
so.
honest. Yeah.
And I just love Christmas movies too, especially the Hallmark
Me
channel.
too. Me too. Oh my gosh,
They're
it's
all
so
just
funny.
so happy, and they all just have the best endings.
They're all the same ending, but
And
you
they're
don't
all the same
care.
actors and
But
actresses.
you
They
don't
just
care.
use
They're
them.
so good. I was just thinking about this because they started playing, I think, Halloween. So
They did?
yeah,
Oh, I
they've been on
looked
for
it
a
up.
while, but they're on right now. We're recording this in November. They're on right now. And I just said to Mark today, I was like, I'm like ready for these. And I love them. And there are a few that I love, and I always try to find every year.
I'm sure they play them.
Mingle All the Way. If you anybody that's listening to this and watches the Hallmark movies, Mingle All the Way. And then there's also one where there's a family. I don't remember these names, but these like top three, I would say. Mingle All the Way is probably top 5. But there's like 3 that have, this is gonna sound mean, but like real plots that are different, and I love them. And that's why. So one is like a hotel, and it's like a secret shopper hotel, and Haley from One Tree Hill is in it. And so it's like her family, and they pretend that they're running like an Airbnb, or they are running an Airbnb. It's like very confusing. And that's a good one. There's one with like a sick son and a will of a guy who passed away. That's a good one. And then there was another one. Oh, a family recipe one. This is actually like, doesn't feel like it's like romancy like the rest of them. It's more like family oriented. And there's a dad of a family. He's like a little bit older, and he is like diagnosed with dementia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he like, it's all about this like family recipe, and that one's really good. I've only ever seen that one once because they play all the romance ones. But there are a few, I mean, I'm going to watch them all, but there are a few that are like, I think they just really get you in the Christmas spirit.
I know. And then I'm always like, Anthony, why don't you be romantic with me like this? And he's like, it's a freaking movie. It's not real life. And I'm like, but it could be. It could be.
Do you know that like a couple of years ago, I think someone actually went to one of the places that one of the movies was like based off of, and she was like a single woman in her 30s, and she was like, this is what it's really like. And it was like no one was around, and she was like, where's the guy? Like, where do I find the guy?
It's so like a lot of them are so far-fetched, but they're just heartwarming, and they put you in the Christmas spirit.
Weirdly,
and,
they really
I
do.
just love it.
Again, they
will
are
say
the
my-
exact same.
My
every
top
movie.
favorite Christmas movie, and I would watch it every day. I might have to start tonight, is Home Alone, because it's just
Yes.
hilarious. Home Alone 1 and 2, not the 3rd, because they got rid of all the original actors and
I
actresses.
thought, oh yeah, was it the 3rd? I thought it was.
Yeah,
the
I think it was the 3rd where that little kid is stuck at home sick.
Yeah, they got a new one when Disney Plus came out. It's not very good either.
I was gonna say
Home Alone is good. Elf is good.
you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with Elf. And then also, I'll Be Home for Christmas, which has Jonathan Taylor Thomas in it. It's from like the 90s. I remember watching it when I was in the 5th grade. That's how I know. Yeah. So no, it's 2000. I don't know. Either way.
So
But it's on Disney Plus, and I made Mark watch it like 2 years ago. Still holds up. So good. It has Jessica Biel in it. So good. And one of the new ones that is like the new version of Elf in my head, Noelle. Have you ever seen that? It has
No.
Anna Kendrick in it and Bill Hader.
No.
And do you know they dated, by the way? Fun fact.
Wait, isn't as funny as Elf?
It's pretty good. I don't know if I would say it's like as funny, but it actually might be like more heartwarming. It's really good. Do you have Disney Plus?
I do.
You have to watch it.
It's called Noelle.
Yeah, we watch
I
it
might
every
have to
year
watch it
now.
tonight.
It's really good.
I also love Christmas with the Cranks, but every time I put it on, Anthony immediately gets angry because he hates that movie.
It's not, that one's not my favorite, but I will watch it.
That one.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
The Grinch.
In the comments, leave
Your favorite Christmas
your favorite
movie.
Christmas movie, because we'll have time to watch them.
And do not say Nightmare Before Christmas, because that is not a Christmas
Oh, that's
movie.
a debate.
That is a freaking Halloween movie.
Mark loves that movie.
I do love that movie. I love the songs in it too.
Yeah,
It's so
they're-
catchy.
Yeah, Tim Burton's a genius.
Totally Halloweeny though. I mean,
Totally.
but I could see it going either.
Yeah, but it could go either way. But like, just it's Tim Burton, so in my head, I'm like, it's like spooky.
Yeah.
So it would be Halloween. Yeah, I know, but it's also cold enough. And also, these were happening in the fall too. But have you ever been to a soup party?
No, but I love soup and I would totally go to a soup party.
They are so fun. And it's like really starting to get cold. And I went to one a long time ago, like 3 years ago. But like it's so heartwarming. It's like
Is it kind of like a potluck, but everybody brings soup?
Yeah, you basically
soup
bring your own crock pot with the soup. I'll show you a picture because
what was the best soup you had? What's your favorite soup, I should say?
Ever?
Yeah.
Ooh,
don't disappoint me. I know what I'm gonna say. Actually, I have three.
You have three. Okay,
Yeah.
Tell me yours.
So I love loaded baked potato soup.
Okay, that's
amazing.
A good
French onion soup, obviously, because it's loaded with cheese.
I only like the cheese. I don't like the actual soup.
And I weirdly like clam chowder, but I will only eat it from places who make seafood because I don't think you should eat clam chowder from anywhere else.
Okay, you jogged my memory, so now I have some answers. Thank you so much for going first. So I really like my mom's homemade lobster bisque.
Oh, she makes homemade lobster. Patty, if you're listening, that's all I want for Christmas.
It's
is your
so
homemade
good.
lobster bisque.
Her homemade lobster bisque is really good. But then my mother-in-law's Italian wedding soup is also delicious. So I just have some really good homemade soup options always. And she actually, when she came back to Pennsylvania in October, she made some. So we like froze some. It's so good.
I love soup.
And then there was another one. Oh, and then my sister-in-law makes I think it's a corn chowder, which like would not be my go-to, I would say, but it was one of my favorites because they had a soup party. That's whose soup party it was.
Corn chowder is just corn and like
I want to say, I'm gonna text her and see
I don't know.
like, what
Leah,
soup.
if you have extra corn chowder, I also want some. I love all soup, but I don't think soup fills you up either. Like it should.
It depends. It depends if it has like a ton of like meat in it.
Yeah.
I would think. And I also think the French onion soup has to because the amount of cheese that is on that is
so good.
I can't do it. I just don't. It's the soup itself is not my thing. I do not.
Yeah, it's not. I think I just get it to eat the cheese on top, but I never actually eat the contents of the soup.
Right. So
I just eat the broth.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, those are mine. But I like, what are some, like I want to do holiday indoor, like friends, family type things. And the soup party like came to my mind because
I feel like that's easy for people to do, even if they don't love soup. It's easy to throw things together and make a soup, especially in a crock pot.
Yes, but then we did this and it is not hard to make the soup. It's hard to transport the soup
because you have to carry the crock pot.
Yeah, so if you don't have two people, you're screwed.
That's true because you can't just put it in the back.
And even if you have two people, it's still hot because like you have to make it. It has to be like fresh.
I was gonna say, can you make it there? But it wouldn't heat up in time. I bet. I really want to make soup now.
The soup parties are so fun though.
I bet Missy, if you're listening, which I know you are, I bet she freaking makes good soup.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for your buffalo chicken dip.
I was gonna say, I feel like people that make good dips also make good soup.
Yeah. Missy, I'm hungry. I want some soup.
That's my mom. My mom makes really good dips.
Wait, what?
Really good hoagie dip, really good taco dip, really good soup.
What is in lobster bisque anyway, besides lobster? Like, what's the base of it?
Oh, did I say lobster bisque?
Yeah.
Seafood bisque. Oh,
that's even better.
Sorry. Seafood bisque.
What is?
So it has like
scallops. Oh my God. Patty's been holding out on me.
It's so good. Scallops, like lobster chunks. I don't know. I actually like don't know what is in it, but it's
Because I do
so
love
good.
lobster bisque. That shit is good.
Yeah, and I always say lobster, and I do like lobster bisque. If I probably had to say like if I went to like a restaurant and got soup, like I would want a lobster bisque. But seafood bisque, hers
That
is
sounds
seafood
even
bisque, so
better,
it has like way more in it. That's
Ooh.
filling. That's really filling.
Because I feel like the base of it is thick. Like chicken noodle soup, it's just broth. So
Correct.
it's not.
That's definitely, it's like a milky kind of base. But
Yeah.
that doesn't sound appetizing, but it's really so good.
Have you ever been to Zoop?
Yes. Oh, what do I get there? I get their lobster bisque.
I know that's
Yeah,
what I always
it's
get.
so
Or
good.
their loaded baked potato soup.
Yeah. Oh, loaded baked potato. I have
Mhm.
tried samples of that, but I have not had that there. I always like, I'm the type of person who I want to branch out at places, but then I'm also really hungry. And so if I don't like something, I'm either gonna eat it and just like be disappointed or not eat it and still be starving.
Yeah. And I tend to order the same thing everywhere I go. Like, 'cause
You also
know,
like plain things,
Yeah,
which
I
is
know.
why I'm actually pretty shocked that you like lobster bisque. Because to me, that's
know.
not plain.
I don't know why. And I think the first time I had it was
Actually, I
at
feel like
Zoop.
all the soups you said aren't really plain.
They're not, especially clam chowder. But I ate clam chowder when I worked at the senior citizen home in high school. And that was definitely Campbell's clam chowder. And that's where I got obsessed with it, which I wouldn't recommend Campbell's clam chowder. But from an actual
Hey,
seafood
yeah.
restaurant, like Red Lobster, it's good.
Getting ready to drink this rosé.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Will you tell me if you like it or not?
It doesn't taste like wine to me.
It tastes like juice.
Right.
See, this is what I drink at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving.
Oh, this is what you're gonna drink?
Yeah.
This would not be. No, like this to me, this would cause a headache. It doesn't?
No, not if you
Wow.
drink enough of it.
No, that feels like that's the exact opposite of what would happen, my friend.
No, it just makes you feel chipper and ready for the holidays.
I'm so ready for the holidays.
I am.
I'm ready. I'm like, I think by this point we're gonna have our tree up. And
Oh my gosh, we're
so
gonna be so festive.
I know. We'll probably have to try and like put in our show notes like actual festive
I know. And I
pictures of
think,
us, which means we'll have to take them because they don't exist right now.
are we doing the ornament swap?
Oh, I am so bad at group texts. I
She's so
never
bad at
responded to
responding.
that.
She responds like a couple days later, and I've already forgotten what the conversation was
Yeah.
about. So then I have to go reread and be like, what the hell is she talking about?
I forgot. Can you explain what that is? Because I don't know.
I don't know. It's Missy's idea.
Well, no, I think Missy texted it, but did she explain what it is?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's just swapping ornaments.
But what does that mean? Like you make one or you buy one?
I hope you buy one. I don't
We
want to
should
make
ask
one.
her.
I think it's you buy one and then you swap. But does it have to be sentimental?
I know. I have follow-up questions. I feel like we should figure this out.
Yeah, because I
I'm
would definitely
in.
do it, but
Is
it's
it just the three of us?
I
We'll
don't
ask
know.
Chelsea. We'll ask Chelsea.
Yeah, I bet she'd do it.
Does Chelsea listen?
Yeah, she does. I talk about her a lot, so I hope she's listening now.
I know. I know.
Hi, Chelsea. I went to my friend Chelsea has a 5-year-old daughter, Riley, and she asked me to go to her Halloween parade, which is truly the exact same as to when Chelsea and I were in the Halloween parade 25 years ago. And
Wait, that's so cute.
I know. And I showed up, and of course, I was almost 5 minutes late. So I ran there. And
Actually, you're usually on time.
yeah, Chelsea's mom was supposed to be there with her new puppy. So I'm like, it's great. I'm going to spot you in the crowd because I'm going to look for this golden retriever dog and I'll find you right away. And of course, I couldn't find her. So I'm like, I'm just going to stand here. And then I ran into my realtor and he's like, what are you doing here? You don't have kids. And I was like, I swear I know a child in this Halloween parade. I'm not just like here randomly, like looking at these kids coming out. And of course, I couldn't find Chelsea till the very end. But some of those kids' costumes were very creative.
I
was
know.
shocked.
Parents were really like getting so smart about some of this stuff.
Yeah, and some of the kids were dressed like Marshmallow, like the DJ. And I was like, who the hell knows who Marshmallow is as a child?
Are you sure it's Marshmallow and not some other person? Because I feel like I've seen that before.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Marshmallow because some kid had like a little DJ booth set up too.
There's other DJs that wear masks though, and I wonder if it's
Like Marshmallow?
Yeah, there's also like
Really?
a YouTuber that does that. Yeah, we'll have to
Oh,
look it up.
maybe.
I don't know.
I'm so far removed from that,
I
but
don't know.
yeah, it was cute.
Okay, so we're also going to talk about something that was one of our very first topics that we thought about when thinking about topics. And we've been trying to wait for like a good time to bring this topic up that seems like it was relevant, but honestly, we're just really tired of doing that and we're just going to talk about it. And that is watching TV shows. Really, I guess it could be movies too, but like shows, series, and then our husbands and significant others saying that they're not interested in those things. And then they watch them with us. And
they get hooked.
Yeah. Not only do they not watch them, but they get hooked. And they're the ones that are like, are we watching this tonight?
And then they know all about the drama that is happening. So I'm pretty sure we are the same with our TV shows. And mainly it is all freaking Bravo.
Yes. And I've talked to multiple people about this previously, and this is why we think it's a good topic and know that it's relatable because we have many friends who say that their significant other does this as well.
Yeah.
And it's almost always Bravo.
And I don't even know. I feel like we have to start with Vanderpump Rules because that shit blew up.
That's what started it. So that's a great call. Okay. So that's like kind of what started it with Mark because
he was into the Tom scandal, the scandal ball.
So I'll list the ones that I like really like.
Okay, on Bravo or just in general?
We'll do just Bravo for now, but that's a good thing because then I'll talk about the other series that we watch that he didn't want to say he liked, but he did like. And so just Bravo for now. Big Vanderpump, Southern Charm, Summer House. I did used to watch Real Housewives of Orange County. Why am I forgetting? There's like another one.
Beverly Hills?
No, it's not a Real Housewives. It's like technically I'm watching Winter House, but I feel like it's like a Southern Charm / Vanderpump. I don't know. Summer House is. Huh?
Was it the one with Golnessa?
I don't know who that is.
I forget what that one was called. I don't think it's on anymore.
Oh, darn it. I don't know. But those are like the big ones that I watch.
Yeah.
And
I will definitely agree with that. Southern Charm is probably my number one. And Anthony and I actually went.
Summer House is mine. Summer House is mine.
Yeah, we went to Charleston, South Carolina because of the show, which is definitely one of my favorite cities in the world. And as a true great husband he took me there. We stayed downtown. We went out one night.
I love this. I already know what you're gonna say.
I looked at my phone for freaking 5 minutes because usually when we go like on vacation or somewhere, I'm like, I'm just gonna not look at my phone. And of course I looked at it and it was truly only 5 minutes. I think I was responding to a text or something. And he said, "Hey, isn't that the guy from your show that you watch?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, "The guy from Southern Charm, it's Austin." And by the time I realized it and looked up, he was already gone. And that's when I thought about divorcing Anthony for the third time. But yes, Southern Charm is definitely my number one. Summer House. I do love Summer House. And I love all the Real Housewives franchise. But the only one I don't watch is Salt Lake City.
I actually have watched that one. I can't like keep up with them anymore, but I really used to like Orange County like when it was like older. And then I really liked New York when it was older. Like I haven't been consistently watching them. Oh, and New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. The table flipping moment.
Yeah, right. Like those OG seasons, like those were good. But I can't really like commit to those because I just It's too much.
It's a lot. And I will say I definitely have watched Vanderpump from the very, very beginning. So that's when all that shit blew up. I'm like, half these people don't even know what the hell's going on. And they were like jumping on the bandwagon and everything.
Yeah.
But I will say I don't love it as much as I used to, because all the people you watch, they grew up and got their shit together and got their lives. Yeah. And those were like the good ones. And now I just feel like I don't really care about the people.
Vanderpump and Summer House I watched from the very beginning. I remember the other show I was thinking of, and it's Siesta Key, but that's MTV.
Wait, Summer House, remember the twins that were on it?
Yeah.
I love the twins. And Carl looks so tiny.
We are absolutely putting the picture. We met Carl from Summer House, which is a hilarious story.
And it's actually funny because Summer House, I will stand by the statement, Loverboy, the drink, would not be as popular as it is without that show.
100%.
It tastes like shit.
Wow, very blunt. I think that their espresso and Cosmo drinks aren't that bad.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
They are really expensive, but there are 2 drinks in a can.
Yeah, and we would drink 1 can by ourselves.
I know. So, but actually, I'm glad that I remembered Siesta Key. So that's actually what started it. So Siesta Key. So I'm not going with Bravo, but that's what started it. So I don't know. Again, I'm not going to give the whole like synopsis, but I watched Siesta Key from the beginning. I started watching it one random day. It's like beautiful people.
It's amazing.
In bikinis.
It's like
all the time.
Beach 2.0.
That's like what they tried to make
2020.
Yeah, like they tried to make it like a new Laguna Beach / like the hills. And Mark pretended that he wasn't watching it. And then all of a sudden, like one day I would watch it. So usually what used to happen, and sometimes still does, is like I will watch TV and Mark will read, because he's like,
I love that.
Just always wants to further his brain. And I'm like, let me destroy mine by watching
trash TV.
Trash TV. And so one day he was like, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? And then like literally he would start watching it every single week. And that's how we started talking about it, because Jess was watching it too. And then was it Vanderpump or what show was it that Anthony did the same thing for?
Freaking Southern Charm.
Yeah.
Because he loved Shep at first.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, we hate Shep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that seems to be like a very common thing. So even if like, you know, not specifically Bravo, like anyone who's listening, a significant other, like if you have a show and you're like, I'm going to watch this, you don't have to watch this. Do they end up watching it, and why? Are they watching it because like they're just, you know,
they're invested?
Yeah, like I was going to say the opposite. Like, are they watching it because they just are saying they want to spend time with you, which is like so nice? Or do they eventually get invested and like care about these people and follow them on social media? Because that's what Mark does. So I'm like,
he always texts me about freaking Kelsey.
He like wanted to buy me one of her swimsuits one time. And I was like, no. Oh, that's like another fun fact about Jess and I is that we go buy all in. We will buy the stuff. Anybody who, I feel bad for the people who like don't watch any of these shows, but like for the people that do, Lindsay Hubbard, like don't activate me.
Amazing.
Okay, we should. I'm trying to save all your bachelorette pictures for the times we talk about the bachelorette parties, because like that is going to be an episode.
But that hoodie is amazing.
There's a hoodie. And like that's like the other thing about us, like we will buy each other
the merchandise,
like, and it'll be like a really nice gift for absolutely no reason at all. It'll be like a Wednesday, and both Anthony and Mark are like, "Why are you buying?"
That one-liner, she's from Summer House, and she was sitting at like a dinner, and she was saying to everybody else, "Don't activate."
She was getting so pissed.
And I was like,
she was like, "Don't activate."
Amazing. And then she put it on all this freaking merchandise,
a crop top sweatshirt,
which we had to buy
crop tops before. Like, I don't really wear those sweatshirts. I bought it. I was like, I'm wearing this. It's so I think mine was like not correct, because like yours, or I wrote it in the washer or something. I don't know. It definitely doesn't fit like great. But then like I bought you the mug that says "Don't activate me."
And it's just like the things that we buy from the shows, it doesn't even matter the price, we will buy them. And even all the Loverboy shit, I don't like Loverboy, but I love the merchandise.
Oh yeah. So we have The Windbreakers.
Oh my God, the windbreaker
Oh, okay.
story. Did you ever get yours?
Yeah, I got mine.
And I got mine, but Anthony
didn't,
never got his.
because Anthony wanted it.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Freaking
premise of
windbreaker. And I
this.
always forget I have it.
We're gonna have to find pictures before we upload this. We're gonna have to find pictures of us like in these.
Do we have it? Do we ever get a picture of us in the windbreaker?
Well, I think one of us have a picture of us in it, not
yeah.
together, but we have to find that. It's one of the coolest. I would say it's one of the
print
coolest
is amazing.
that we've
love,
like bought anything for.
I love all because it always says lover boy, so people are like, "What's lover boy?" And then I'm like, "Wow, you must not watch TV because you wouldn't know what it is unless." I think you watched the show.
So can we talk about how for my baby shower, you bought me a summer house sweatshirt that said summer should be fun.
Yes.
And I opened it in front of everybody. And my mom like watches these shows too. So she knew what it was, but it was so funny. And I was like, yep. And then for my baby shower, like we always loop it back to Bravo. Like, and then my baby shower just bought me a pillow from Craig's, sewing down south for Brady. It's so cute. It's like a dinosaur pillow.
I know. I'm like, Brady, I hope you never grow out of this pillow.
It's so funny. Like and I don't buy like frivolous stuff like that. I will. And Mark told me not the other day, but like a little while ago, he's like, why do you support them? Like they already get so much money by being on the show. And I'm like, because their merchandise is gold. It's great.
I will say, if anybody is listening and they watch Summer House, Craig, they used to always make fun of him sewing.
Oh yeah.
And well, I feel like he's the only one that has an actual sustainable business and works. And
yeah,
it's like it's freaking booming. And his pillows are freaking expensive.
I know,
too. I'm like,
part of the whole thing was he didn't want to do the work. Like, do you remember that one episode where Patricia was like, build me a pillow?
Yeah, he's like, no.
Literally did it, but like didn't put the time and effort into it.
Yeah.
And also he like lied about becoming a lawyer to his girlfriend for like a year. So I feel like there was some other stuff going on. But our whole point of the story is like, does that happen to you guys? Because I know, like, I work with someone and somehow I was talking to like one of my like female coworkers about something. And he was like, are you talking about Summer House? And I was like, you watch Summer House? And he was like, we love Summer House. And now we talk about Southern Charm, Summer House, Winter House, Vanderpump, because again, so that's when Mark really got into it, only with this scandal. So like, I don't know.
That blew up.
Yeah. So that was a huge thing. And then, so he'll watch stuff now. But I do think when it comes to like spending time together, there are shows and series that we've watched, which I think is kind of like a nice tradition, but it's also really a time suck. And we, haven't done it probably in like 2 months because we just finished one. And it's like, it's just like a large time commitment. But essentially since probably, I want to say it was like the year before the pandemic, he was like, we should like watch a series together. And I was like, okay, I've got one. And I made him watch Gilmore Girls.
That's a long ass
Oh, it gets better. So Gilmore Girls is 7 seasons. He loved it. But it was like real bonding. We would like come home from work, watch an episode, or like a weekend, we would watch like 2 episodes on a Saturday. Like it was just like nice bonding time. So I do think there are times when you like do that. So we watched that. Then we watched One Tree Hill, which is 9 seasons.
Did you finish it?
Is it 9? I'm pretty sure it's 9.
How long did it take you?
A while. But one of them, I can't remember which one, was like very much in the pandemic. So there was nothing else to do. So that's why we started it.
Did you watch Tiger King?
No, I don't know what that is. Oh, is that the one?
The internet is going to troll the shit out of you.
Oh, is that
Tiger King? You don't know what Tiger King is?
Is that the one with the guy, Joe something?
Yes. Yeah. Everybody watched it during the shutdown. I didn't
watch it, but I know what it is.
You better go home and watch it.
I feel like I'm good. I don't think I know what it's about. I don't really need to watch it.
We're going to take a poll. Should Shannon watch Tiger King?
I don't want to do that. Please say no.
It's amazing.
I don't need more. Like, that's my problem. I just keep watching things and I don't need to add more to my plate. But And so then we watched Gilmore Girls, One Tree Hill. Then we watched Modern Family, which is like the best. Oh my God, it's the best, like wholesome, great show. Then we watched, because he kept doing the ones that I wanted to watch. He did Star Wars, The Clone Wars. That's also
Is that on Disney Plus?
Yes. And that's also 7 seasons.
Oh my God.
So like they're long commitments. I think Modern Family was 11, but those are only like 23 minutes long. So then like after Clone Wars, I was like, I think we like need a break. But then we started watching Goosebumps on Disney Plus. No, it's a new series.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And so like we watched some original like Disney Plus content. So we watched like some new, some old, and now we're just like taking a bit of a break.
I love that Disney Plus has the old Disney Channel original movies on it.
Yeah.
Because they are still freaking good, like Brink and Johnny Tsunami.
Xenon.
Oh, Xenon. And I think they have the one time I watched Double Teamed.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
I
watched
that movie too.
all of them. Up, Up, and Away. Do you remember that one?
Is that the one where she wishes upon a star?
No, but
Is that on it?
No. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you said this though.
Because
that's on Amazon Prime.
It is?
Yes.
That was one of my all-time favorite.
And
Disney.
No one knew what I was talking about. Because I posted this on my story like 2 months ago.
Amazon Prime?
Yes, I hope it's still on there.
I am gonna watch it tonight.
Watching it, and then Brady was distracting me, and I like couldn't do it. So I stopped watching it. And I was like, I have to restart this. That purple outfit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
So good. That one, and then Role Models, which had Justin Timberlake in it, and My Date with the President's Daughter.
And Cadet Kelly.
No, but those first 3 are not actual DCOM original movies. They were on the
Really?
I swear we talked about this maybe already. I don't know.
I also loved Smart House too.
Yeah. So good.
Oh my gosh, I need to look at. Nobody wants to play with you.
So many good ones.
I always forget about Amazon Prime.
I know. I don't ever watch. The only time I watch anything was the Kelsey documentary.
Is it? I heard that's good.
It's really good.
But
I love Jason Kelsey, and I liked him before that.
I love Jason Kelsey, and I am a Swiftie till the end, but I don't love all the freaking attention they're getting.
I don't like the attention that they're getting, but I actually weirdly like them as a couple.
But if
I also don't love this rose.
Would you like it on a high noon?
No, I'm
just
telling the listeners that rose is not one of those.
Shannon is not a rose all day kind of lady.
I'm not shocked by it. Are you shocked by it?
No, I just had high hopes. But, if I was him, I would be terrified that if something goes wrong, the whole world's going to come after him. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's not, it won't be good for him. I'm not ready for that day.
Yeah, or the fact that I'm
not ready for the NFL for that day. Because
I write a song about him.
Yeah, but who cares about that? Like football. Don't know what Travis Kelce.
Well, did you hear she changed her song last night?
Yeah.
And then I did think the video of her running up to him was really sweet.
Yeah, that was cute.
Because I'm like, that is just pure romance.
Well, I like that she's doing that because she's kept her relationship such a secret. And I don't think that's I'm sure it worked for her at some point in time. But she's so in the spotlight that I feel like it's impossible to have a relationship if you're not going to be honest about having the relationship in the public, because you're in the public all the time. I know absolutely nothing about Taylor Swift, by the way, so I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I do actually like them as a couple.
And I know nothing about sports, specifically football, but I am not a fan of Patrick Mahomes' wife or his family in general. I think because I just think they're obnoxious, and I'm pretty sure his little brother had some type of criminal charge against him.
I do know that information. Yeah,
but now I love that the media is portraying his wife Brittany Mahomes as the other blonde, but they won't name her. I'm like, that's what she gets.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just too much for me.
Wait, can we talk about how, just back to reality TV real quick, your obsession with The Bachelor? Yeah, like we didn't get into yours.
The Bachelor, I love only because I started watching it and then Chelsea and I would do Bachelor Mondays. So we would drink wine and eat popcorn.
I love that.
I
That
know.
was so great.
Which we still do sometimes. It's just most oftentimes we forget now. And they
Well,
changed
it's always on. Like, what season are we
freaking
on?
changed the time because it used to be Mondays 8 to 10. And I was like, that's fine. But now it's freaking, it doesn't start till 9.
9 to 11?
Yeah. So they do, they have
Wow.
this Golden Bachelor, which I love.
No,
It's
don't
the
tell me
older-
anything about it. I'm still, so don't tell me anything about it.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I'm
actually,
saying,
I have not watched The Bachelor since, I think her name is Trisha, was the first Bachelorette. Like, and the only other time I watched it was when Aaron Rodgers' brother was on it, and I only watched the last 2 episodes. Like, I don't watch the show at all, but I was really
Yeah.
interested in the Golden Bachelor, so don't tell me because
Well,
I've only watched 2 episodes.
it's amazing. But that one is only 8 to 9 now on Thursdays.
Okay.
And then it's 9 to 11. Yeah. A Bachelor in Paradise is our favorite. I was like, we cannot stay up till 11 freaking PM and watch this fucking show. Oh my God. It's the best one.
Really?
Yes. If you like trashy TV and
Well,
drama,
I mean, I do. I watch Bravo.
amazing. But the new Bachelor is from Collegeville, Joey.
Oh, I saw that too. I guess I'm
Yes.
gonna have to watch this.
He's from
one.
Collegeville. He went to school at Westchester. But I will say the Bachelor and Bachelorette, I think, isn't as genuine as it used to be when it first came out. Because I feel like all those people just want to be on TV. But the Golden Bachelor, those women are there for each other.
I can't drink this.
You want something else?
No.
I'll get Anthony to get you one.
No, that's okay. But you're just gonna have to drink half a bottle.
What a shame in my life.
I
But
am
yeah,
gonna say
it's amazing. And I will say Anthony has gotten into the Golden Bachelor because he knows all the women on it. And then
See?
he is and he'll watch Bachelor in Paradise, but his thing is like it's so scripted, which we all know
Yeah.
reality TV is, but
Yeah.
still it's great. And it's just something to look forward to, I think. But I don't want to stay up till freaking 11 watching Bachelor in Paradise. So I wish they would put the time back to 8 to 10 because
Yeah.
I can
that
stay up till
seems
10, not 11 though.
every week.
And then Thursdays, it's 3 hours because you watch The Golden Bachelor 8 to 9 and then Bachelor in Paradise 9 to 11.
Oh my God, that's a
So you have
lot.
to dedicate 3
I don't-
hours of your
I
time.
watch a ton of TV and I don't even think I'd be able to dedicate that. That's a lot.
But I will say the only thing about The Golden Bachelor, I would say, besides the man is like the sweetest guy I think I've ever seen, what are they going to do with the overnights? Because I can't think about it. It's like it's like my mom.
Yeah,
Like-
it's not your grandma.
Yeah. But like, are they going
We're not
to?
that.
I don't know. Are they going to do it? I don't know. I need to know.
Wow, I'm gonna be hooked for that. I
Yeah.
think.
There's no drama. It's just genuine, like love. Like all the women are there for love, which is
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, I think it's like kind of mean to say, but sometimes I watch it because it just
It's
reality
refreshing.
TV in general, like it is an escape from real life, which is like funny because it's supposed to be real life, and it's like none of the. I will say original seasons of Vanderpump, which is why I started watching it, was
Stassi
because I used to
Schroeder,
work.
the OG.
Well, I used to work at restaurants, and that was exactly how they were when the first seasons were there. And that's why I started to like get into the show. And obviously the drama and the storylines like kept me into it. But I don't know, either way, I think I watch them so much because
How about you talk about Oak Island?
I either way, like I just think I watch it because it makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, like sometimes when I have a bad day, I'm like, well, at least it's not as bad as these people's day.
I know.
But Anthony was just looking at us and he watches this show called Oak Island, which is, I think it's on A&E, and it's about these people looking for a treasure somewhere, but it has multiple seasons. So people keep watching it, watching these boomers look for a treasure that probably does not exist. And then my whole thought is if they find the treasure, what do they do with the treasure? How much is it worth? Do they have to pay back the TV cameraman and the production and everything? And I'm like, they just have all these viewers hooked looking for this fake treasure that's never going to be found. And they always like every episode ends with a teaser for the next episode that's like, we're close to finding it. We found like a little tidbit of gold that could be part of the treasure.
I don't know if I can get behind that one.
It's complete shit. And then when he says The Bachelor is scripted, I'm like, so is this treasure hunting
No, but you
show.
kind of got to give in, right? Because if
Yeah.
you watch it, then he'll watch your stuff and you'll get peace. And
That's true.
That's how the world works, just goes around.
And Anthony's other favorite show is The Challenge with people from like freaking the real world. And
So like
road
I
shows.
used to watch that a lot. But
And
again,
it's old as shit now.
well, that's just on like season 39
Yeah.
or something of this. So once it gets to that long, I can't keep doing it. Mark is opposite. He watched The Walking Dead through and through, even though he said like the rest of the like the last couple of seasons were bad, but he's like, I've invested so much time, I have to watch it from start to finish.
How
And
did it end?
I don't know. I wouldn't. So that is like one show he really wants me to watch, and I can't because I watched one episode once, and I was like, because Hillary Burton, who was in One Tree Hill, is married to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who was in that show, and she was actually in an episode, and he was like, I really want you to watch this episode because she's in it, and I was like, okay. And I watched 15 minutes and I was like, I can't watch this. Like I just
really like that one, but it was after so many seasons, it was the same shit over and over. Like the storyline never changed.
Same things that we're watching too, though. But
yeah, ours are different though.
I don't know. I can't when it gets to a certain point though, I think I'm like, that's what's happening with like the Real Housewives. I'm like, I can't keep following up with all of these. So like even for the Real Housewives of New Jersey, like the last season, I didn't even watch the season and I just watched the reunion and I knew exactly what happened. And I was like, this is great. Like, I'm just only going to watch 3 episodes. It's a lot. It's like a really large time commitment. And I also watch sports. So it's like, I don't have.
So your whole week is just catching up on shows.
It is because I watch sports on the weekends. So actually, it also just depends on like playoffs and stuff. Cause obviously if playoffs are on, I'll watch them like all during the week, but yeah, like most of the time I don't watch shows on the weekends, but then I'm also like too busy during the week. So now I just try and catch up like at the most random times, like for Southern Charm and stuff like that. So
it is better to watch it when it's not actually live on TV because you can just fast forward through the
I can't because I watch it on demand, which we've talked about is not DVR.
But still commercials.
Yeah.
You need to put DVR.
Well, it's commercials for probably like the first 2 weeks, and you can't you can fast forward after. You can't fast forward. You can only rewind, and so I just suck it up. But
the commercials.
Yeah, I feel like we are gonna have a lot of polls this week because I feel like so basically, if you watch Bravo, what is your favorite Bravo show?
Wow, I can't wait for this one.
I know. And then if your significant other watches a show, if your significant other watches a different show and you have gotten sucked into it, what is that show?
I feel like we might have a lot of new shows to watch with these polls, which I'm nervous about.
I know.
Because even on Netflix today, I was like, wow, I haven't watched Netflix forever. Selling Sunset is back. Have you watched that?
Nope.
It's like basically like a Vanderpump Rules, but with
I know what it is. I just haven't watched it.
It's actually pretty good.
Have you watched Only Murders in the Building? That has It has Selena Gomez, Martin Short, and I forget his name. Steve Martin.
What is it on?
Hulu. It's really good.
Different streaming.
It's really good. So like I don't really watch like a ton of new streaming shows. Like I don't watch a lot of them. But that is one that I do watch it. I did watch How I Met Your Father too, because I liked How I Met Your Mother.
I love Hilary Duff too. But it didn't last, right?
It didn't. It's now like done after the second season.
So
okay, so those are 2 polls. And then also apparently you're gonna ask if I need to watch Tiger King. Please say no.
No, I feel like that's going to be a hard yes from many people.
But I feel like the time has passed. Like, I don't think I need to watch it.
No, it's still amazing. It's still hilarious.
I don't know.
It was like what brought people out of their COVID sadness. Tiger King.
Yeah, you know what did that for me? Watching Gilmore Girls for the 16th time.
Should have watched Tiger
Fine.
King.
Nope.
It would have been better.
So many people talked about it online. I already knew like all the things that happened. So I don't really feel like I need to watch it.
I'm gonna send you a link tonight of Tiger King memes.
Great. I can't wait. I'll see them in my sleep.
I hope you dream about Tiger King.
Any other polls that you want us to do?
I think our
Favorite
other
soups?
poll
Favorite soup?
favorite soup, and I think any other topics people would like us to cover.
Yeah, I think we asked that in the last episode, but
Did you do a poll for it? I shouldn't say we because I still don't know how to do polls. I'm basically useless with any social media.
no, I just told them to leave it in the comments.
Well, any other topics that people would like us to cover, let us know. If we don't know about the topic, we'll find somebody.
Yeah, we'll find somebody to do it.
And I was thinking we should definitely plan for when we have our significant others on, because I feel like that's going to be hilarious.
That'll be a great one. I can't wait.
And are
They're
we just doing
dynamic.
Anthony and Mark, or should we open it up to all significant others?
Just Anthony and Mark for one and see how that goes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, looping back to the corn chowder, I knew that wasn't right.
Oh my God.
I asked her, I texted her, Mexican street corn, which is even bigger.
Mexican street corn soup?
Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Oh.
So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, Leah. Don't forget me. I don't care if it's not corn chowder. I want that soup instead.
I know. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Well, oh my gosh. I know the last one. Favorite Hallmark holiday movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
wow. We are going to have to.
Christmas lights.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to write all these down. Every day it's going to be another poll. People are going to unfollow us. We don't have many followers. So we have
a lot of downloads though. I think it's like at 250.
Yeah, I think people just don't follow our page because we share every single thing.
Oh yeah.
So they just go, or they just know because they know it comes out every Monday.
I like that people listen to us, because some people at work will ask me things that we said on this podcast. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And I did send the one like little short to Cassia about Skrillex and the lasers, and she's like, I don't even need to listen to it. I know exactly who you're talking about.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, well, definitely rate, review, subscribe. Again, comment on anything that you want us to talk about that we have not yet covered. And tap in next week.
Bye. Bye.